Have you ever wondered why some reels get 200 views while others get 2 million views? There is one element that stops 90% of Instagram reels getting more views. And I used to struggle a lot with this, but when I understood how it worked, I managed to grow to over 430,000 followers on Instagram and over 700,000 on TikTok. And today it still gives me results like these. So in this video, I want to share with you what this element is, how you can apply it to your next video, as well as 9 different variations that you can steal and start increasing your views by today. But first, let's understand what this element is and why it's so powerful. Well, even if you don't realize it, this happens to you and me every single time we open Instagram. In fact, despite knowing this trick very well, it happened to me again a few days back. While scrolling on Instagram, I couldn't really find anything interesting. I kept scrolling, putting some likes here and there, but then something happened. Instagram suggested me a reel from someone I didn't follow. The video was showing the best spots to travel in Europe this summer. Not only I watched the whole thing, I also clicked on the person's profile and literally started binge watching his reels. And without even realizing it, I spent over 1 hour scrolling it and browsing on his profile. And obviously, I gave him a follow at the end. Then when I woke up from this full immersion, I started thinking, like, why this happened? Why did I stop on his reel and then decided to go on his profile and keep watching more stuff? Also, if this happened to me, it must have happened to loads of other people, which means that this person will gain a ton of views and new followers thanks to the first reel that I also saw. And the answer here is very easy. And it's the same reason why you decide to start watching a specific movie on Netflix or at the cinema, despite having hundreds of options. And the best part is that this strategy can be applied to so many different business-related activities. The practical applications we're going to see now can be used on any platform, sales letter, emails, ads, and even more. What makes us decide what to watch and what to read is the hook. But what is a hook? It's everything that happens in the first few seconds of a video or of that piece of content. And it's probably the most important element. You can create the best video in the world, but if you cannot get people to stay in the first few seconds, you're not going to get any views. And if you don't get the hook right, people will leave and Instagram will identify your video as a bad video and will stop pushing it. But before diving into the 9 practical examples on how to create amazing hooks, here's 5 things you must know about hooks. One of the biggest questions that my students ask me when they join my program is how long the hook should be. And here you need to think of your hook as the first bite of a meal. If it's too small, you barely taste it. If it's too big, you're overwhelmed and you cannot even swallow it. It needs to be just right to keep you interested. Having posted over 1,000 short videos, I figure that a hook should be a minimum of 3 seconds and possibly no longer than 4. If it's shorter, it'll be too fast. And if people don't understand what's going on, they'll just scroll away. If it's too long, instead, people would get bored and probably they're gonna scroll away as well. So now that we know the perfect length of a hook, let's talk about what to say in those critical seconds. What is the best way to grab attention right off the bat? Okay, imagine shouting fire in a crowded room. Everyone would stop and pay attention immediately. Your opening line should have the similar impact, but without the panic, and by making sure that you don't call fire if there is no fire, meaning that you must deliver on your promise in the video. If you say something that you're not going to show in the video, you'll piss off your audience, and trust me, you don't want to do that because it'll never come back again. Using an impactful phrase to catch attention can make all the difference. So start strong with something surprising or thought-provoking to draw viewers in. But an impactful phrase isn't enough on its own. In fact, some videos don't even have a phrase at all. Think of the first frame of your video as the cover of a book. It needs to be striking enough to make someone want to open it and see what's inside. Have a look at this video that went viral. I have a strong phrase, but I also have a strong first frame. You see that there is something going on in there and looks super interesting. So you want to stay to see the result. Using an impactful first framing can engage your audience on the spot. With visuals in place, the next step is to play with the viewer's curiosity, which is also what I've done in the video you just saw. Think of your reel as a mystery novel. You want to drop hints and clues that keep the audience guessing and wanting to know what happens next. Create curiosity by leaving some questions unanswered and teasing what's to come. This keeps the viewers engaged and eager to watch the whole reel. And then it's super important to address the elephant in the room, as described by the Storyworthy book by Matthew Dix. Let the viewers know something big is coming and they'll stick around to see what it is. These 5 techniques are a solid foundation for your reels, but Remember, execution is key. Now let's look at 9 examples of some hooks in action. You'll be able to steal these ones as they can be applied to any niche, and that's why I love them. I use them every time during my one-on-one calls to help my students recreate their videos to make them more engaging. First, let's see it in action.
This $80 camera makes $7,600 per month. So I designed a poster offering tourists cute instant Polaroids. I set up the sign right below the iconic Big Ben in London and started waiting for people to ask for photos.
Here I went all in into trying to have a bold statement that creates curiosity in the viewer's eye. It feels almost impossible, but very much relatable as anyone could afford an $80 camera. It's right within my photography niche and it went viral because I managed to hook the viewers at the very beginning and keep them engaged until I showcased the result, which is me making some money and doing something fun. A statement hook in an Instagram reel grabs attention quickly, sparking curiosity and interest. This makes viewers want to watch the whole video, increasing reach and engagement. It can have many formulas, but these two are very easy to apply. Here's how I made result on platform, which means, for example, here's how I made 6 figures on Instagram, or the best or most spot in a city, which could be the best restaurant in London. All right, let's move on to the second one. Here, Arnie and Liam used a surprising fact that caught viewers off guard. The absurdity of the huge lens instantly grabbed attention, making people curious about how it would work and what the result would look like. This element of surprise was a very effective hook. A surprising fact hook in an Instagram reel quickly grabs attention, presenting something unexpected. This encourages viewers to watch the whole video to understand the surprise element, increasing watch time. Even this one can have many formulas, but a different variation using text could be like, here's the truth about the iPhone 15, and then you can explain something surprising about that element. The third is the one that I use most often. It made me go viral so many times. This is a listicle. Listicles are naturally engaging because they promise multiple pieces of valuable information. By highlighting 3 different stunning portrait ideas with a ring light, I provided clear, actionable content that viewers could easily follow and apply. Keep them engaged throughout the video. A listicle hook in an Instagram reel grabs attention by promising a set of useful tips or ideas. This format keeps viewers engaged as they anticipate the next item in the list. You can try these formulas. First one can be 3 amazing tool or result for target. For example, it can be 3 amazing AI websites for copywriters. Now let's see the fourth in action.
If you have 3 price points, small, medium, large, where you move the middle will dictate how many of them you sell, even if you keep the small and the large at the same price. For example, let's say that we've got $5 and
he basically presented an intriguing statistic. This instantly captures interest because it challenges the viewer's understanding or knowledge. By seeing or mostly discussing unique capabilities, viewers wanted to watch more to understand the full context and implications. A statistic hook in an Instagram reel presents an intriguing fact that makes viewers want to learn more about that topic, and this keeps them engaged and encourages further exploration. Here's a formula that you can use. Percentage of people fact, which can be 90% of people live within 10 minutes of a McDonald's. Here's the fifth. Another one that got me millions of views, and it's widely used across creators right now.
Stop taking pictures like a tourist. Try this instead. Walk backward, hold the lens button and zoom into the 3x lens. This will bring the background closer and the cathedral bigger.
By addressing and correcting a common misconception, this hook educates the audience and provides immediate value. It keeps viewers watching because they want to learn the correct approach and avoid common mistakes. A common misconception hook in an Instagram reel engages viewers by correcting widespread errors. This is ideal for educational content, for example, keeping viewers interested and informed. Now, you should consider these formulas. Do not make mistake, which I use quite often as do not take photos like this. Moving on to the sixth example.
Crazy new feature on Instagram every creator should know about. The search bar is now Meta AI. You can ask literally anything, including what's the best lens for portrait photographers.
A hook. Targeted hooks speak directly to a specific audience segment, making the content feel personal and highly relevant. By addressing beginners and offering a valuable tip, this hook keeps viewers engaged as they feel like they've been called out. It's like you speaking to them directly. A targeted hook grabs attention by directly addressing the needs and interests of a specific audience. This personalization boosts engagement and viewers' retention. Try these targeted formulas. If you are a creator, you really need to try this. If you are a real estate agent, you should know about this website. The following is another one that I used a few times, but with this one, you really want to be careful and not use it too often. This is an hyperbolic statement. Obviously, I didn't set myself on fire for real, but it was actually quite close. And I wanted to exaggerate in this case. I created intrigue and excitement by making claims that feels surreal. They capture attention quickly as viewers are curious to see if the bold claim holds true. A hyperbole hook sparks curiosity and draws viewers in. This approach ensures high engagement as viewers want to see the content that follows the bold claim. But again, you really want to be careful. Now, there isn't really a formula for this. It's all about going big. Like, it took me 15 years to figure this out. Or, this website will blow your mind. Obviously, a website will not blow your mind, but you get the point. But please don't use this too often. Otherwise, you're just gonna lie to your audience and then they'll stop following you and they'll never come back again. Right, moving on, this is a different type of hook.
No, wait! Okay, let me explain before I show you the result. I'm a photographer and I was challenged to shoot some photos thinking outside the box. I even risked my $4,000 computer.
A story hook engages viewers by introducing a narrative that makes them curious about the outcomes and experiences described. It's effective because people naturally want to know how the story ends. A story hook draws viewers in by starting a narrative. This keeps them watching to see how the story unfolds, increasing engagement and retention. Just to give you a completely different example, this is another video by Ali Abdal.
This one story completely changed my life. So by 2009, a palliative care nurse called Bronnie Ware had been looking after dying patients for 8 years in a care home. While working there, she asked these patients who knew that they were in their final months of their life.
Even in this case, there's no specific formula as this is all about the story, but could be like, last summer I got lost in Paris and then here's what happened. Now let's talk about the 9th hook, and stay with me because we'll be able to combine this with another very powerful strategy.
What if I told you that you can now create entire videos in seconds with your own voice without recording any voiceover? Let me show you. Go to ai.invideo.io. Upload 30 seconds of your voice.
Starting with a question engages viewers by prompting them to think and seek answers, especially if you combine them with something that feels impossible or relatable. It creates an immediate connection and encourages viewers to stay and find out more. A question hook instantly gets viewers curious. You can try to use this formula too. What if I told you that interesting fact? But the crazy part is that in this video, I got over 800,000 views combining a question hook with another powerful strategy that will double your average views on your reels by making the viewer watching your videos over and over again. In this video here, I explain what it is and how you can easily add it to your content.